I'm going to batch cook today a beautiful twist on a bolognese. I'm going to show you a very British bolognese. In this nice big ragu pan, I'll put in some olive oil. I'll start the story with rosemary, 2 or 3 sprigs, into that oil, and that will be the beginning of flavour. Another really good trick worth mentioning are these pre-chopped bags of carrots, onions and celery. I think they're really handy. Do not rush this bit. We have to soften this veg and we have to start lightly caramelising this veg. If we don't, if we just boil the veg, it's only ever going to be average. Now, in this recipe, I'm using mushrooms, wonderful chestnut mushrooms. They're going to give you huge flavour and amazing colour. Kind of make them the same size as the carrots and the onions, give or take. So, look, if you look in the pan now, you can see that all these lovely veggies are really soft and they're taking on colour. Now we go in with the mushrooms. So mushrooms are mainly water. So they're now going to start giving water to the pan and then it will go back to frying again. So I've got 1 kilo of beautiful minced beef. Carry on cooking this for another, like, 10, 15 minutes to get back to frying again. So now is when I love to add the beer. A beautiful pale ale goes in. It's got amazing malty flavours, really deep kind of chocolatey vibe. I'm going to put a bottle in, about 500 mils. So what I want to do now is bring that to the boil and cook it down. So next up, we've got the tinned tomatoes. So 4 tins of tomatoes will go in our ragu. Oh, hello. You know what we're doing?
Buddy bolognese and tomato
Buddy's food.
So now we go in with the tomatoes and we'll let that simmer for like 1 to 2 hours until really tender and delicious.
To blush that in.
Do you want to use that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So get your 4 tins of tomatoes in, and then it's nice to fill 2 tins up with water. Bring that to a boil and let that simmer for an hour or 2 until it's succulent, gorgeous and tender. And what I'm going to do then is show you how to make the most amazing pasta. I want to show you what I think is the coolest little hack. I've got 2 packs of fresh lasagna. What we can do is slice down, gap, slice down, gap, slice down, and then kind of put it slightly ajar and do slice down, gap, slice down, gap.
Maybe wobbly.
You can be wobbly. Once this is cooking, it's going to separate like a concertina. This is going to grab hold of the ragu and the sauce in a very different kind of cool way. So I've got a pan of boiling water. If you want, you can put a little oil in the water. This will help these not stick together. And then we'll literally drop this into the water. It cooks in like 3 minutes. Can you see how all the little cuts are opening up? I'll put in a little bit of the ragu here, just a couple of spoons. Then I'll take that amazing pasta. Look at the shape of it. A little splash of water, by the way, just to make it oozy. And then the last very British ingredient, some cheddar. It really melts beautifully. And then I like to use 2 spoons just to almost dress it like a salad. But just look how gorgeous this serves up. Look at that. And I just find this way, you go from the everyday to something really sublime. A beautiful little take on the great bolognese. Right, let's have a little try. The beer has this big malty flavour, but there is an underlying bitterness, right? But then when it's contrasted with the sweetness of the ragu, the vegetables, the tomatoes, that is so tasty. I'll let the ragu cool down and then I'll bag it up and I can freeze it. I'm really pleased with that.